Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. I'm back from Old Trafford and Manchester United beat Swansea 2-1, just freshened up, got out the bath, and I'm finally chilling, absolutely shattered, but delighted with the victory. I'm delighted with the victory. It's a victory that we should expect, isn't it? But I'm just glad that this winless streak is finally behind us and we've seen the new year in with full 3 points. I do think it papers over the cracks a little bit though. The performance wasn't the greatest, especially in the first half. I thought it was more of the same, and we saw the similar problems that we have been having pretty much all season shown in the first half. We failed to run in behind people, we failed to move, we failed to create enough, and therefore we failed to get the opportunities on goal that would see us take the lead. And that's nine games in all competitions at Old Trafford where we failed to score in the first 45 minutes. So at half time we're all sitting there very, very frustrated. In terms of team selection, I was happy to see the midfield with Herrera in there. I was happy to see Martial in the side, although was I happy to see him out wide? Not so much. Herrera and Mata, delighted to see them in the team. And Wayne Rooney played in his preferred position as well, up top. First half though, we didn't get enough of the game and we didn't deserve to take a lead and go in at half time up. Therefore, much frustration in the stands at half time, and I'm sitting there thinking this is going to be the same old story, isn't it? We're not going to score again and we're not going to win the game today, and it's going to be more pressure and more frustration piling on Louis van Gaal's head. Fortunately, we come out raring to go in the second half, and it seemed that the players had been given instruction to move forward a little bit more. The starting position on the pitch of Schneiderlin and Schweinsteiger was further up the field. Wayne Rooney seemed to be trying to run in behind defenders and create some movement. In the first half, only Juan Mata was doing that, and that was more out of frustration. He was running in between the lines all over the place, trying to make something happen, trying to make runs where people could see him and play the ball through, but he just didn't come for him. Second half though, we created that opportunity. Anthony Martial took it fantastically well from an Ashley Young cross, and well done to him. He's our top goal scorer this season. Who would have thought it when he was coming in and all the headlines that were surrounding him? He set up Wayne Rooney for his goal as well. Cheeky flick at the front post into the far corner. Great goal, and it relieves the pressure off him a little bit and hopefully gives him a little bit of confidence, because despite the fact that yes, his best years may be behind him, Wayne Rooney still has it in him on his day to do it. So if we can get a confident Wayne Rooney, then obviously Manchester United will be better for it. Will that mean Wayne Rooney will start firing goals again week in, week out? Bit sceptical on that one, we can only hope. But let's hope the performances are there. In the second half the performance was, in the first half it wasn't, and that's what we need to see from him for a full 90 minutes or 80 minutes at least. Anyway, as I said, I want to see Anthony Martial through the middle, but right now I don't think it's necessarily a case of the players that we have out there on the pitch aren't good enough, or aren't good enough to be beating the teams that are put out there in front of us. They clearly are. The teams that we put out week in, week out, I think should be able to win those games. I know we've had quite a few injuries down the weeks, and you could say the back four at Bournemouth wasn't good enough, and there was no surprise to see us go down there. But I mean, against the likes of West Ham today, last week against Chelsea, against Norwich, we had more than enough out there on the field to make it matter and get the goals and score the goals and get the points, which we didn't do. So the excuse that we need to bring in players for me isn't a valid one in terms of the short-term impact on results and the fact how do we get points here, there and everywhere. Of course we do need to make signings. I think especially down the wing. In the first half, Ashley Young was as woeful in the first half as he was good in the second half, I think, in my opinion. He didn't beat his man, he didn't get enough balls into the box. I don't think that's all his fault. Obviously we don't have enough runners into the box as well for him to target, so if he's only got one man to cross into, then more often than not he's not going to get to the man. But so often he doesn't beat his man, or he doesn't try anything, or he hasn't got a trick in his locker to get past the defender. Second half, that was different. He was using what he was good at, and he was cutting in, making things happen, and that's the Ashley Young that we want to see. But we do need more quality out there on the wings, and that's why I think we need to invest, obviously, but we also need to give Memphis Depay time as well. People forget, is Januzaj's age? I was speaking to JD about this earlier. Is Januzaj's age? Yes, he's coming for big money, but give him time. He's got a few goals this season, but I still think once he gets those frustrating parts of his play out of his system, we got a very, very good player on our hands. But yeah, I think we need to improve down the wings. Up top, obviously, although I think if we were better on the wings, then we could play Martial up top and we wouldn't be having as many problems as we are. But that's where I think we need to improve, and obviously at centre half as well. But having said that, the performances should be better. We need to play more like we did in the second half. And as I say, the performance here papers over the cracks a little bit. This is a Swansea team that are managerless. Let's remember that. And we've got some difficult games coming up. We've got Newcastle away, Liverpool away after the Sheffield United game in the Cup. And I think Manchester United's problem has been, as I've said before, we're far too organised in attack. The players are all in their positions and there's no movement. And against a team like Liverpool and even Newcastle, I mean, look around the Premiership. Look at Swansea today. They had pace on the break. They had strength in Jordan in AU. They had speed in Routledge. They had ingenuity and a little bit of cleverness in Sigurdsson. And they use that to their best. They break at pace. They use that. And when you think of the Premier League, you think of strength, pace, goals, fast football, etc., etc. And that's the things that Manchester United are lacking at the moment. And the teams that have done well have been using those aspects of the game the best. I mean, look at Leicester, look at Arsenal, the way they play football. And we need to get to that. We need to get to that mentality of playing football, quicken it up a little bit. I was watching something with Jamie Carragher and Thierry Henry. I hate to use them as a reference point, but where they were speaking about Manchester United and the difference in the first 2/3 to the final third between us or a Louis van Gaal team and a Pep Guardiola team, and I fully agreed with them that we just need to tweak it a little bit in the final third. Let the players have a little bit of freedom and let them make things happen in there, because right now we're not doing that enough. And if we play with these rigid lines of three, a 3 up front, a 3 in midfield, a 4 at the back, or whatever it is, 3-5-2, whatever, if we play with these rigid lines, a team like Liverpool will absolutely rip us apart, because they've got players like Coutinho, like Firmino, who are great in between the lines. You can find that pocket of space to create something. And those are the things that we're not doing well at the moment. We've got the players at our disposal: Herrera, Mata, Wayne Rooney, Anthony Martial, Memphis Depay, but we're not giving them the confidence. We're not playing them in the best positions to get the best out of them, and because of that, we are suffering. But still, I'm so happy that we've got that bad streak out of our system. We've got a victory under our belt. Hopefully we can kick on now, get a victory in the Cup, and we've got 2 difficult away games after that, which we need to take on well. And if Manchester United are going to stick by Louis van Gaal, that's the club. I don't care about fan opinion, because whatever we think, whether I think LVG in or LVG out, whether you think LVG in or LVG out, he's still going to be our manager, or he might not be. Whatever the decision the club makes, that's going to stick, isn't it? So whatever happens, the club needs to stick behind their manager, and if that's the case, do it in the transfer market. Give him the players that he wants. Been far too long dilly-dallying around, divvying around in the market. Now we need to get some players under our belts, and January is not even the best time to be doing that business. So there you go. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Comment below. I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself in the sense that I said we've got the players here to be getting results in the short term, but if we do need players in certain positions. You know what I mean, innit? But yeah, get your comments in below. Let us know what you think. I know I've discussed an awful lot today, but get your comments in. Man of the matches, all of that stuff. And I will see you later. My man of the match, by the way, was Anthony Martial.